Today's video is brought to you by Oxedo LED lighting. You might think that you can see just fine at night. Well, I did too, until I did this little upgrade. As you can see from this footage, here is some before Oxedo LED lighting, and here is some after Oxedo LED lighting. The difference is amazing. With high brightness and easy installation, Oxedo LED lighting is definitely the route for you. They're easy to install and they're available for all makes and models. Click on the link in the description below and enter promo code 612motorsports at checkout to get yourself 15% off. Now back to our video. Good morning. Well, morning for me anyways, and welcome back to another episode of 612 Motorsports. Today I've got something a little extra special in store for you guys. As you can see, I am walking by a Amazon warehouse. We got some road construction and industrial park building going on over here. But we are walking down the road today because we are going to the QA1 headquarters for their open house. But before we get there, you guys know that routine. Go ahead, hit that subscription button, the notification bell, leave a comment, a thumbs up, share this video. All that stuff helps tremendously, and it's very greatly appreciated. Now, QA1 is a suspension company. They do drive shafts, they do all sorts of wild stuff, and they're having an open house today with a little car show and a rollout to our Muscle Car Summer National event here happening this weekend. So let's get up there and take it in.
to our warehouse alone. We also have a facility out in North Carolina. We acquired Detroit Speed a year and a half ago now. So they're kind of similar to what we were years ago. They're in 2 different buildings right now, actually technically 3. But we are putting up a new building that we're planning on occupying early December of this year. So we'll have two really nice new manufacturing facilities, one located here in Lakeville, also one located in North Carolina. So throughout the tour, we'll kind of talk about centers of excellence. What's cool about having 2 different brands and 2 different facilities is we're able to trade parts, right? We might be really good at machining a part in our CNC department. They might be really good at welding a part in their welding department. So, you know, we can kind of be brand agnostic and just say, we're all one team. You guys weld this for us, we'll machine that for you. So it's been pretty neat. We'll start the tour here. We're going to touch on kind of our core competencies in this building.
Yeah, come on in, guys. Get nice and close. I got a lot to say in a short bit of time to say it, so feel free to pass this around if you guys want. Take a look at it. Just make sure it gets back on the table. As Mark mentioned, I'm Ben. I'm the area supervisor of the shock department. So we're talking shocks. Shocks have been a core product to QA1 from the very beginning, helping us build a reputation in performance. We offer a large variety of shocks, from our non-adjustable TN shocks all the way up to our top-tier quad-adjustable mod shocks. We also have our new aluminum struts, which is a nice upgrade from our old steel ones, and we still offer all of our Circle Track goodies for all of you racers out there. Our Circle Track shocks can be valved to any valving or dampening force that you need, and then we have a shock for just about every rule, regulation, or class that you're racing in. So contact our tech team if you need more information on that or help picking a shock. A lot of people don't know this about QA1, but we build shocks for more than just cars. At our core, we are an automotive company, but we want to be more diverse than that. So we build stuff for agricultural equipment, bowling alleys, playground equipment. We even build shocks for wheelchairs. That's what these cute little shocks here are for, keeping us competitive in the market of dampening. All of our parts go through an extensive cleaning process and QC process before even reaching the assembly line, where my team hand assembles these shocks. Then we fill them with the autofill machine, which pumps oil in and sucks the air out, ensuring quality. Then we back that up by dyno testing every shock. And every shock has the item number and a serialized date code lasered right on the cap. So if we do have an issue with the shock, we can track it back to the day, the job, sometimes even the raw material used in CNC, which CNC is your next stop, by the way. So take a look at some of these parts, and you're gonna see some of these in raw form in your next stop. And it's really cool to see that from raw material to a built product. So keep an eye out for some of these parts. I know Nick's ready for you over there. After being dyno tested, everything's sent down the wash, get nice and clean, where we install the hardware. This is where the shocks really become unique to their application. And then we scale away every shock to make sure our customers get their sticker. There we go. There we go. All of our shocks do come with a lifetime warranty, so if you buy one of our products, send in that information, because if something goes wrong, QA1 wants to make it right. And all this is possible due to our great staff, both in the office and on the floor. My team works 410s Monday through Thursday, and they're kind enough to work Fridays and Saturdays sometime for overtime. So kudos to them, and thanks to them. That's all I've got, you guys. Thanks for being here. Any questions? Well, I hope you guys enjoy your visit.
Thank you.
Stay hydrated.
As you see, we have a wide range of machining capabilities here at QA1. The majority of our components used in all of our assemblies are machined right here in-house. As you tour around, you'll notice a lot of lathes, mills, and turn mills with bar feeders. You'll actually also see 2 robots, one on this end and one on that end. We're always looking for ways to improve and enhance our processes and apply automation wherever feasible. We're currently machining our new ZR12 rear end differential right here, our 5-axis mill. our zone is this, and we're able to put it in one fixture and get it, since it's on our 5-axis mill, we're able to get at all features and all critical components all in one off. By keeping this in-house, it allows us to kind of balance speed, quality, consistency, but ultimately control the process overall. 8 of our machining centers have the ability to run lights out unattended 24/7 with no operators. As Mark rounds the corner, he'll show you our shock body machine. It's producing all of our smooth and threaded aluminum street drag shock bodies. It's equipped with a 12-foot bar feeder as opposed to a traditional 4-foot. This allows us to get more pieces per bar and ultimately spread out the time it takes to automatically change the bar across 3 times more parts. The wholesale was designed around minimal operator activity, and Mark will kind of allude to how that works. But what that does is allow us to kind of deploy their skills into more technical duties like setups and process development. Any questions? Like you pointed out, it's cool. This is the base of the mod shock. So this is coming out of a full bar stock. The third machine from the back there. We'll walk by on the back side of the tour, but a part like this, if you were going to machine this on a traditional mill, you'd have to reposition it about 30 times. Just an insane amount of setup. What's neat about these machines is we're actually able to use the material as our work holding, so we can rotate that bar however we want, and then come in and machine at all these different angles and axes. So this part actually drops out of the machine complete. So we're going to come in and we're going to rotate this, machine this side of it. There's a handoff that happens that will grab onto the other side of the machine, cut it off, and then it'll be able to machine the back side. So when it drops out, this part is ready to go off. This comes off complete, so again, we'll send this out to anodize and come back and go over to our shock line and put in more product here.
Did it really just fail there? It didn't grab the part?
Yeah, it didn't grab it wasn't at the end of the conveyor, so I'm not sure what happened there. First time it's happened to me on a tour. What's cool about this robot, I will fake it. Typically in a manufacturing environment, you see a big cage around the robot. You don't need that with this. It's a UR robot, so it's got sensors all up to the hill. So if I were to bump into it, it's going to air out on me right away. The other nice thing about it is we program it with that little iPad looking thing. It's like a video editor.
Who's that number? The other big one?
No limit? No limit else. So make them go set up the machine or something that requires a little more attention. Checking apart, setting apart on. Lights illuminate in front of the bins, that's the parts that you're going to use. So there's no memorize. For a while, a lot of our goods down this aisle. Again, talking about our factory layout, we're able to put the warehouse right in the middle. If you think about the warehouse, took me out there too. It's kind of the heartbeat of the operation, right? So it's going to store all of our components for all the things we need to make, so we can come out here, grab the stuff we need, go make something, and then when we're done with it, come right back here. So centrally located, all the manufacturing cells are on the perimeter of it for that reason, because we have really good easy access. We can serve all the different departments.
Is the picking automated?
No. We have some automation built in, so like the route is optimized.
Okay.
So you're not going here to here, back to here. So you have to pick material. You can hear welding going on back here. Yeah, they got a C10 cross member. That's yeah, we got a weld from here. Welders, manual welders, on a daily basis. Robotic welders as well. So we'll make a little bit more down here. A couple of years ago, when we first moved into the building, we only had 4 welders at the time. Since then, we've expanded to about a dozen, and with expansion, we purchased our first robot back in 2021. And a machine like this, we weld mainly control arms on there. So we can do about 800 of these a week. What's nice about this is the operator can load the part, get everything clamped, hit go, and the machine will spin around to a second table. While the machine is welding the parts, he can unload the previous part and then load up a new one, and he's got enough time before the machine stops. So with stuff like that, we've expanded into, like what you guys saw down here is our C10 front cross members. That is a part that's welded 100% on the robot. Something like that requires fixturing of about this size. All of our fixturing is built in-house. So it's either designed by another engineer or myself. And as you can see, we got over about 300 fixtures on the back wall here. So every part we do requires a fixture. So this is some of our higher volume stuff. With this is our lower volume stuff. Everything's welded by hand. So with a product like this, we designed a trunnion setup here. That way the operator only has to load the part and handle it one time. So what's nice is this is all designed with like the center of gravity. So everything is 100% accessible from all sides. So with a product like this, engineers have some forethought enough to put these little tabs in here. So these tabs help everything from shrinking too much. So they leave a gap here so the welders get 100% penetration all the way around. But when you're welding, it generates a lot of heat, and the heat will make everything contract. And something like this is why we have the necessary clamps on here to hold everything in place. And this is kind of what the product looks like once it's completed. So again, it's all 100% welded in the fixture. And all of our products go through a multi-point process check. Operators will check their first part, have the lead operator verify that it's a good part. And then after the job is completed, we'll send the last one down to our quality lab. And then they'll inspect the last part, and everything will be good to go. So weld fixture design and fabrication is, I consider, black magic. There's a lot of nuance to it, and in extreme cases, you got to set up a fixture that would be making a bad part because it takes so much heat, and as it cools, it comes into spec. So you're constantly playing with putting a bunch of heat into a part and having to adjust how that part's going to react to it. So.
And you have to take into consideration different operators, welding at different speeds, different heats.
Yep. So, like I said, it's black magic in my opinion. I don't know how they do it. These guys are awesome. Thank you.
Come on, don't pick on me.
Just start at.
Right together. We actually make so many components. cool kind of full circle package that we kind of offer it. Obviously, we do full frames, we do front subframes, and then we do rear subframes as well. The rear subframes are pretty cool. The full chassis is pretty cool. I personally want to make go online and buy that. As it sits, you can just go and sum it and buy this set. So it's really cool. We're really trying to increase the accessibility. Put a lot of effort into cutting lead times, obviously making a bunch of parts across the building.
Designer here at QA1, and this is the QA1 Development Center, aka R&D. Once marketing and sales get together and they decide that there's a certain product that we want to start making, they'll do a little research on there and kind of find out, year range, make, model, year, all that, and then they come to engineering, and then we start a new project. Then we'll take that information that we've been given, and then we'll start doing a bunch of research. We'll do everything we can to try to figure out changes that were made throughout that year range or whatever. And then once we do that, then that's when we start bringing vehicles in. So like that 06 Silverado that's sitting right there, QA1 actually owns that. That one we actually got GM CAD data from GM for that, so we were able to develop a lot of the parts off in that factory CAD data. But of course, anything older, there is no CAD data. So we bring cars in, take them all apart, and then we 3D scan everything. Scan all the mounting points, scan all the parts, take those scans, then we go to our CAD software, and then we'll design the parts in CAD. We can do virtual testing inside of CAD to verify the strength of the parts. We'll go through some design reviews. Once we're all happy with that, that's when we build prototypes. We'll build prototypes, bring vehicles back in here again. Could be some of the same ones we scanned, could be totally different ones. But we'll put those parts on the vehicles, make sure everything fits properly, make sure there's clearance for everything, and then we just check everything out, make sure we're happy with how it aligns, all that. And then we get those vehicles out and we start getting miles put on them. So like if you're somebody, if we're looking for a certain vehicle and somebody's like, yeah, I drive it like every other Sunday, I might put it, like 100 miles a month. Well, that's not the kind of people we want. We want somebody that says, I drive it every day and on the weekends I autocross it. So that's like perfect. Bunch of miles and you beat the crap out of it on the weekend. Perfect, because that's what we want. We want real world testing. We want somebody to take our parts out there and try to break them. I mean, don't hit a curb now because nothing's going to take that. But we want you to test it. So once we get a certain amount of miles put on these vehicles and all that testing, then we'll bring it back in, verify that everything is still good, and once we're happy with anything, made any updates or changes, that's when we go to production. Once we go to production, we'll have like a pre-production run, and then we'll take some of those pre-production parts and then install those on vehicles, because we want to make sure that those prototypes and the production parts are fitting exactly the same. And that's basically when we're done out here. A lot of our vehicles, I can't remember if I even said this or not, but like that 06 QA1 owns that. 71 F100 QA1 owns that because they were big projects where we did full suspensions on them. The 72 C10, big project, but it just so happened that one of our employees owns that truck, so he didn't mind at all with getting nice full suspension on it for nothing. The Trans Am belongs to a friend of an employee. The 64.5 Mustang also belongs to an employee. And then sometimes if we're looking for something that we don't know anybody that's got one and no employee has one, that's usually when we'll put a message out on, say, Facebook or somewhere like that and saying, hey, we're looking for this year, make, model car. If you've got one and we can have it for like a week or two, we'll give you free parts. Let us know. We've already done that. That was 99 to 06 was that project there. But that's basically, when we're done here, out here, feel free to go around and check out the vehicles. got our tech tent right over here. So
Well, boys and girls, I think that's going to wrap things up for us here today. They are winding down over here with a raffle drawing for all the participants here behind me, which does not include me, so that's my cue to call it a day. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a cool tour. I love watching how things are made and seeing kind of the behind the scenes. I have one of those engineering kind of minds, and I really enjoy that stuff, so I hope you did as well. It was very cool to get in there. They've got a super cool facility there. I really like that, and hopefully one day, maybe, fingers crossed, we'll have parts of theirs on our vehicles, and possibly, who knows, maybe we could work with them in some sort of capacity in the future. That would be super cool. So if you guys are watching this, hit a brother up. Love to work with you. Love your stuff. As always, stay positive, work hard, and make it happen.